We are going to do this. We're going to talk about the new Tom MacDonald and Adam Calhoun song, Your America. Okay? This will be going up on YouTube. If you're watching this on YouTube and you like what you see or you don't like what you see, give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Or subscribe if you'd like to see more of this content, which you probably don't. There are a few people who did like the last video. I did get an uptick in my subscribers, which I really appreciated. You just had my video open like that? Yeah, it's on my playlist. It's on my live playlist. I keep it there. Hello, YouTube. Everybody say hi, YouTube. So we're here today to talk about Your America. I have not listened to this song. Okay. This is a first time reaction like the last. I'm going to try and take this one a little more seriously, okay? Because a lot of the criticism that I had in my last video was because I was making jokes because I thought that those were allowed. But unfortunately, when it comes to the US of A, joking and having fun is not allowed. Okay? So we are going to do this we're going to try and take this a little more seriously, okay, with our breakdown. Okay? Here we go. Serious face. Everybody put your serious face on. Okay? This is a serious song. Your America. Also, I just want to say, if you're thinking about going down into the comments and threatening my life, that is very funny. Because I'm literally just making jokes about a rap song, and you are telling me that you want to kill me, which is crazy. You are a snowflake if you do that. I am allowed to have criticisms without being threatened, which did happen, by the way, guys, more than a few times in the comments there. Take a look sometime. Okay, here we go. Well, let's start this up. Let's see what's going on. It looks like it's going to be a ballad. Maybe. Let's see.
They're screaming that they hate America and we're the reason. If you don't feel safe, then stop defunding the policemen. You calling us extreme.
Okay, well, we're going to stop it right there, okay? We're going to be pausing a lot because we're going to, because we need to talk about these things. First of all, they said they're scared, then stop defunding the policemen. That is a lie. That the police are not being defunded anywhere. Okay? Nowhere. There are places in the United States where they received less extra funding than they normally do, but for the most part, most police stations have either remained the same funding or even more funding. Okay? But let's continue.
Because our words have hurt your feelings and we're sorry we can't hear you over the sound of our freedom. Y'all been filling up.
Sorry, I'm going to turn this down just a little bit over here because it's like blowing my speakers out. I'm sorry, we can't hear you over the sound of our freedom. It's such a fucking sick line. I'm going to be honest with you, and I'm going to say this right now because if you're still watching this and you're seething angry because I'm criticizing this, I'm going to be honest with you. If I believed in the things that these guys are saying, which I don't because many of these things are lies, I mean that line would kind of bang, dude. If I was like a patriot, I'd be like, hell yeah, brother! I can't hear the liberals over the sound of my freedom. That's sick. I love that. Let's go.
Our classrooms are drag queens for kids. We think it's not appropriate. You tell us that it is. The complexity.
The drag things, the drag queens and kids thing is fucking crazy to me because, like, your kids have seen Mrs. Doubtfire and the Nutty Professor. What do you think that is? It's just, it's theater. Buddy, it's people dressing up in fun costumes. It's crazy. It is crazy. That is fucking stupid. I mean, it's fine. Let's move on. We'll keep going from the drag queen thing. I don't want to go too in depth on it. Let's just continue.
Of gender and children won't ever mix when there's school shootings by women whose pronouns are him, his. I'm not.
Okay, what he's referring to is there was a trans school shooter earlier this year. and I believe he committed his crimes at a private school, I believe, which is true, 100%. The reason why he's bringing this up is not because he cares about those kids in any way. The reason why he's bringing this up is because he wants to get people riled up about their transphobia. The amount of school shootings that are done by trans people is almost none. Let me take a look here. I'll find it right now. How many school shootings by trans people? Okay, of course we got Benny Johnson tweeting about this. Okay. Just give me the damn answer. I think there's like 3 or 4 reported in the last few years. From Reuters, fact-checked. Majority of U.S. mass shooters are cis men, not transgender or non-binary people. I mean, this is obvious, right? We know this. You know this. I had some ads, so what happened? They are talking in the song. They're talking about the trans shooter, the mass shooter that was trans from earlier this year. But let's move on. Okay, we know this. You know this. Even if you disagree with me on this point, you know just as much as I do that there are way more cis shooters than there are trans shooters. You know that. And if you're not existing in reality if you think that that's not the case. But let's continue. I'm going to roll it back just a little bit so we make sure not to miss anything.
His, I'm not Republican, but keep it 100, they making sense. The most destructive ideologies are coming from the left. I think Black Lives.
So basically, and I've already said this. I've already said this, but he's just saying more and more wedge issues. Basically, he's trying to get people riled up on the culture wars, and it's working. It works, but that's what he's doing. He's like, oh, I'm not Republican, but they're starting to make sense because of their wedge issues. And let's also keep in mind, Republicans don't actually care about these wedge issues, right? They care on a surface level, maybe. But at the end of the day, they want to cut taxes for the wealthy. That's it. They want to cut taxes for the wealthy. That's it. And I'm just really tired of all these people talking about trans people this, trans people that, trans people, drag queens this. It's fucking stupid when all these fucking people support the massive church industry in the United States who have lawyers and insurance literally to pay for child abuse lawsuits. You sick, disgusting freaks. Holy shit. God.
Lives matter. They think white lives matter less. And LGBTQ turned into WTF. Dear
That's actually a sick line. That was sick. I mean, also, I want to say this is like one of the only like conservative guys that I've ever heard say LGBTQ. Usually it stops at T, or they start like saying random letters before that. So I can respect that.
Democrats, I don't have nothing against the liberal, but the people representing you are communists and criminals. They've been starting.
I wish, dude. Come on. I have nothing against Democrats or liberals, but the people representing you are communists and criminals. I wish, dude. But unfortunately, the Democrats are just as much slaves to the corporate donors as the Republicans are.
In World War III, we shipping missiles still. They don't want America great, they want it miserable. You can try to burn down the city, scream at the top of.
That's so great. I mean, it's so funny. They're like, oh, you want to kill America. You want America miserable. It's like, no, we want people to be alive. We want people to have the chance to be alive. I mean, it's pretty crazy. Live your life. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I think that people should be able to have homes and access to food and water. Okay. And at the end of the day, the argument for against this is always like, who's going to pay for that? Me? I work hard for my money. It's like, you already pay for shit that you don't want to be paying for. There is a world that exists where you don't pay more. You just shift the funding that goes directly to the top echelon of U.S. society into programs that benefit you and people that you know. There's a world that exists where that happens, that you don't pay more. Okay? But you don't want to hear that because you're stuck on the wedge issues, which don't matter. Oh shit, hold on. I want to hear the whole chorus.
Scream at the top of your great, they want it miserable. You can try to burn down the city, scream at the top of your lungs till you're dizzy. You can cancel everything and everybody in it, but it's not your America. You can burn the flag, get aggressive. You can wear a mask and pretend you're progressive. I got my First Amendment, don't forget I got the second. It's not your America.
Damn, dude, that went hard. That went hard, dude. This is a tearjerker. This is a conservative tearjerker, dude. And they hit it with like the masks. What else? They had masks. They had burning down cities. Like what is it? Protests. They hit. What else did they hit? Let's hear it again. They hit a lot of bullet points for like for a conservative song.
Miserable. You can try to burn down the city.
Okay, anti-protest. Perfect.
Scream at the top of your lungs till you're dizzy. You can cancel everything and
cancel culture. Got it.
Everybody in it, but it's not your America. You can burn the flag, get aggressive. You can wear a mask and pretend you're progressive.
Okay, the anti-COVID shit. Okay, and they're not. Let me be clear. They're not saying COVID isn't real. They're just alluding to the fact that they're on the side with people who don't care about COVID. You're like, oh yeah, don't fucking. You're pretending if you're wearing a mask. Okay, let's keep going though.
Got my First Amendment. Don't forget I got the second.
Second Amendment. I'm gonna shoot you is what they're saying. Okay.
It's not your America. I'm hearing words I never heard in life. Kids go to school to learn, never make it back home. They get murdered. Like, who's concerned?
That's true. I agree. I agree on this point. Kids go to school to learn and they never make it home. He's talking about school shootings, okay? But also keep in mind that the only school shooter that they've talked about is the one trans school shooter this year. You know how many school shootings have happened this year? How many school shootings in 2023? If we're talking specifically mass shootings, or specifically shootings that have happened at schools, specifically just the ones at school, 24 school shootings this year. And the one school shooter that they want to name by name in their song is the one trans school shooter. Yet they're against the 4th, 5th, or 6th Amendments too. I mean, they don't know what they are. Is the thing. I mean, everybody knows what the First and Second Amendment are, but once you get the higher up in numbers you go on the amendments, the less people know about what they are. Okay?
Not the left or the right. Hope you ready for the fight. Coming to your front door tonight. The former president got arrested. The current one lost, but I guess he got elected.
Okay. So election denialism. I mean, this is classic. I knew that this kind of stuff is very classic for these kind of music. I mean, I'm surprised that Forgiato Blow doesn't have another song out right now. I mean, he might, but he's kind of falling off. Honestly, he's kind of falling off. But they're talking about election denialism. All his songs sound the same. Yeah, Forgiato Blow. Yeah, he sucks, honestly. I'm going to be honest with you. He sucks compared to Tom MacDonald. If we're talking about pure sonically, music-wise, Tom MacDonald blows Forgiato Blow out of the water. 100% of the time. Okay? But he's talking about election denialism. They arrested the former president, and the first one lost. This one lost, but I guess he's the president now. So that's where we're at. I'm not going to go into the details of why that's false, because there's truth and then there's fiction, and I'm not trying to appeal to people that choose to believe in fictional things.
The current one lost, but I guess he got elected. Kids get molested, pedophiles all get protected. And
that's true. And I don't know who's he's alluding to here, but I have not once heard him say anything about the Catholic Church this whole song. Not once have I heard him say anything about the Catholic Church in this whole song. Okay?
You can kill a baby anytime if you're pregnant. People so weak, feel free.
Oh, okay. I didn't know we were going full anti. They're hitting. Listen, we could make a list right now of all the wedge issues they're hitting. They're gonna literally hit every single one of them. Okay, because it gets people riled up and then they want to listen to the song over and over again. They're really good at what they do. Okay? And I gave them that compliment last time. They're really good at what they do, at riling people up. Okay? But there it is, anti-abortion sentiment. That's fine. We knew that kind of stuff was coming. Let's go.
Free to take a knee, and you can't even speak. God forbid you disagree. I don't even know what virtual signaling means. Young men used to fight wars, now they make memes.
That's awesome. Oh my god, that's so sick. Young men used to fight wars, now they make memes. He's right. He's right.
Now they make memes. Divide us up, I'm pretty sure that's the plan. Got a gun in my hand for when shit hits the fan. And how the woman of the year is a man. I'm pretty sure.
Back to the transphobia. I don't know exactly who they're talking about there, because I don't follow the woman of the year. I don't know what the fuck that is. Which, by the way, if me, the quote-unquote lib, what they would call the lib, if I don't follow who the woman of the year is, why the fuck are they following that? They don't give a shit about that. The reason why they're talking about it is because apparently the woman of the year was trans. Woman of the year. What? That's not a trans person. Okay, I don't care about this. I have no idea who they're talking about now. I have no idea who they're talking about, because this year and last year were cis people. So I don't really know what they're talking about.
Sure, I never really understand. You can try to burn down the city, scream at the top of your lungs till you're dizzy. You can cancel everything and everybody in it, but it's not your America. You can burn the flag, get aggressive. You can wear a mask and pretend you're progressive. I got my First Amendment, don't forget I got the second. It's not your America. Us, we're the ones to blame. You're the ones who riot till the city's up in flames. You told us we've been spreading lies, but you believe the truth is on the news every night. You
never mind. I was going to say something, but we're just going to keep going.
You told us we gotta stop the fighting, but you're the ones who keep the country angry and divided. You told us
what?
We're crazier than you, but all of our conspiracy theories are coming true.
That's so sick. You told we're crazy. Everything that I thought is coming true. Robert Kennedy Sr. is alive and is going to take the presidency. What is he talking about? All of our so one of the tactics that they use here, which is smart, okay? Once again, very smart, is that they're vague with a lot of the things that they say, okay? Take it back to the mask thing. They said, oh, you wear a mask and pretend that you're progressive, okay? You could say that about people even being someone who's pro wearing a mask. Yeah, you just wear a mask and pretend you're progressive. but it's about your audience. They're saying it in a vague way, in a vague way that people can interpret it as they will. So he's, all of our conspiracy theories are coming true. That applies to anybody who believes in something that somebody has said is a conspiracy theory that also agrees with their baseline conservative values, right? Which is why this music is so successful, is because like they hit all the wedge issues, but they don't go far enough into detail into anything that they're talking about to turn anybody from the conservative platform away from this song. Okay? For example, once again, Adam Calhoun had the line about pedophiles being protected. Okay? But he didn't say who and by who. Okay? Because if you say pedophiles are being protected by the Catholic Church, you might turn away thousands and thousands of listeners who are Catholic that didn't like that you said that. Right? So they're very tactful in what they say.
You can try to burn down the city, scream at the top of your lungs till you're dizzy. You can cancel everything and everybody in it, but it's not your America. You can burn the flag, get aggressive. You can wear a mask and pretend you're progressive. I got my First Amendment, don't forget I got the second. It's not your America.
The Brave 2. Holy shit. We got more content coming, guys. There's a whole album by Adam Calhoun and Tom MacDonald called The Brave 2. Anyways, that's that. Okay, we did it. We talked about it. Listen, they're very, very good at what they do. Very, very good at what they do. And I've said that in the last video, and maybe I didn't emphasize that enough, but I will say it here. They're very good at what they do. They are the musical equivalent to any of these talk show hosts that you see, you know, on Fox News or on Daily Wire or The Blaze or whatever you see. They're a musical equivalent to that, where they are meant to rise. They're meant to rile people up and throw their support behind something, but not too far, because they get money for it. Okay. And a lot of it.